What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? This, of course, here's Jamiroquai 2000 with another episode of the great moments in hashtag Jamir history. What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? Jamiroquai 2000 here with another episode of Great Moments in hashtag Jamir history. Now, as prefaced in the last episode of Great Moments, I noted that Jamiroquai had left Sony Music and then ended up in 2009. In 2006, they left Sony Music after releasing their final release of High Times, the singles 1993 to 2006. Well, they ended up signing with Universal Music, and they ended up debuting that new material of that first album release under that new album deal with Universal Music at a record event, or actually say a live music venue in London called The Debut. And how ironic it would be called The Debut. But this was in 2010 when Jamiroquai had started debuting some of the live material that would end up ultimately being the first album release from their Universal Music deal, their seventh album called Rock Dust Light Star. And like I said, at this music venue at Debut in 2010, they would debut some of their live material from that new album. Rock Dust Light Star in the end would end up becoming one of the most polarizing albums amongst the Jamily, at least in conversation and prognostication. But nonetheless, it did have some great musical moments. But if you'd like to check out some rare fan video footage of Jamiroquai at the Debut music venue in London from June 24th to 2010, of them debuting for the first time live their title track from that new first album release effort through Universal Music for the title track Rock Dust Light Star, I'll be sure to put a link to that rare footage of that first performance of Rock Dust Light Star from 2010 from the Debut live music venue down in the description area of this episode down below. So be sure to check that out in your own time. But as always, this is Jamiroquai 2000, and I'll be sure to be back with you very, very soon with another episode of Great Moments in hashtag Jamir history.